Hi, YouTube. It's Sheila Maria. I am a psychic medium for Starseeds. I'm so rock and roll. I've got my I've got my hot water bottle that I'm sitting on after my little motorbike accident, and my blanket. I'm such a sexy bear. Anyway, it is so good to be with you. I know things are a bit crazy at the minute. I thought it would be really interesting to get the big fella in. I've got several big fellas. Don't ask me about that. Big in different ways. Hey, Erika. Love you very much, my darling. I thought it would be fun to talk to the big guys. All my guides are big. Big is best. And I thought it would be fun to see what's coming in over the summer. Now, the way that I work is what's likely to happen for you. Most of the other gurus, and I'm not a guru, I'm maybe just an I'm woo-woo, not a guru, like to look at what's happening around the world. I believe that change starts closer to home. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get in my guides. Yeah, it's all right. They like me to change my crystals that I'm working with. So I've got my tiger's eye here. And they're going to talk about what's going to happen this summer for us. Okay? So take what resonates with you, get rid of the rest. That's what I say. Now, before I get going, what I like to do is I like to just pull a few cards to show at the end. I don't look at these until the end. They're not tarot. These are very beautiful spiritual healing cards. So, yeah, and then they want me to go one more. These will probably, confirm what comes out my mouth. Yes, absolutely, Erika, I do too. Okay. Orion, Bon, Rose, Tom, Peter, Aeon, Amu. So I'm a channel, which means I am connected to the higher dimensions. I have, when I'm in this state, they've now connected in. I don't have any choice but to give you what they give me. I do have a lot of people leaving the planet. I do. This is individually. This is not a mass event. I do have people having had enough and going home. And I want to say this is people in their 40s through to their mid-60s, okay? You will already be feeling this if this is connected to someone that you know. And they will already be displaying this. Now, this isn't a prediction for person. It's only going to affect like 1 in 20 people, I would say. But the reason I'm saying this is there is no fear. I've literally got the presence of God here. And when God comes in this strongly, it's because people are going home and he's here, she's here, like God is here. I always get this feeling just before somebody passes. So that is some people. Okay, right. So Orion is saying, put this into perspective. They've done everything. They're ready to go. So this is nothing to do with a prediction. This is an individual decision that the individual will make. We're not talking suicide here. We're talking natural passing, however natural passing can be. We're not seeing people take their lives, okay? This is not about that. And what I'm being told is that the people that decide to pass will have a sense of inner peace. They will be ready. They will feel that they have done everything they really wanted to do. And of course, there's never a good time to go when you've got family and loved ones. And the human aspect often doesn't want to go. This is not what I expected to be saying, because this feels so beautiful. This is what I'm being told. Okay. Archangel Michael is just here. And if you are sensitive, you will feel him with me. He is right next to me here. So I trust the integrity of what I'm getting. The next message we have for the summer is members of your family. One member of your family is likely to make a decision about a new direction for them. This is not leaving anyone. I'm not a doom and gloom merchant. This is actually really positive. So one member of your family, and I'm going to say that this feels like a male, but it also can just be that the male energy is action, but somebody that you know is going to decide to do something different. So this is like moving, starting a new career, changing their life in some way, and it will seem to come out of nowhere. It will seem to happen quickly, but this is positive. Announce they're getting married, announce that, you know, they're going to go off traveling. It's a positive thing. We're starting a family. It's something like that. It's positive, okay? And this is because the male energy is very strong around mid-June. And this male energy is all about new paths, new beginnings, new decisions, new opportunities, new statements. Okay, that's the second message. I also feel that many people are going to be looking to change their place of work, which is interesting because I know here in the UK, everybody has just gone back to work. But even if you're going back to work, and this isn't going to apply to all of you, there's going to be a feeling of, I can't do this anymore. And it's not so much to do with the job itself, it's to do with the work environment that you're in and the effect that the work environment is having on you. Now, remember, I am a psychic medium for Starseeds. So these messages, if it may not apply if you are an earth soul, because those are not the people I help. Yes. Yes, and your name says it all. Rapid transformation. That says it all. That's what I'm about. Okay, so now let's have a look. I have got a lot of thunderstorms coming. I do have a lot of thunderstorms coming, and this is really a vibrational thing, because this is about saying, look at how you're living. Is this good for you? Look at your physical body. Is this good for you? Look at your emotional state. Is this good for you? Right? This is the message coming from source. Look and be honest. Is this good for you? All right? That's basically the theme of the summer. Oh. Okay, they're getting me to change crystals now, so I'm now using my Andara. Okay, so we are now moving into personal predictions for the light workers and starseeds. Okay. These are coming from Rose. Light workers are going to want to be a lot more hands-on in who they're helping. You're actively going to be looking to help people, physically help people. You know, maybe you've not shown people what you do. Maybe people have been a bit wary of what you do. They think it's a bit out there. But many, many light workers are actually going to be volunteering their service to what I call the muggles. And you're going to know that you have healing abilities that would benefit people with physical and emotional pain. And normally, you might normally stand back and think, well, they don't want my services. They know where I am. If they want me, they can ask. But I do get this feeling of you seeing that individuals are having a really hard time adjusting. And you feel like, you know, giving them half an hour can help. So you offer to help them. Okay. So, okay. Orion says the light workers are coming out of the woodwork everywhere like ants. And, you know, normally people kill ants, but now people have got more of a natural respect for ants. I had ants yesterday walking around my computer, and I ain't going to kill nothing. So if the ants want to walk around my computer or crawl up my trouser leg, well, then God help them. Light workers are going to feel the pull to help people that are in difficulty, and your empathy is going to override any self-conscious awareness that you have. Okay, thank you, Orion. I love you. Orion also says people will be much more willing and open to receive your help than before. So if you've got a friend who is in a great amount of physical pain, and, you know, maybe they have seemed very closed off, what Orion is showing me is that they will say, all right then, and they will be less reluctant than before. And you will be surprised. And this is part of the awakening. This is part of the new matrix that is being formed. You are passing on your light. Okay. So the next prediction I have for light workers or starseeds, both. Okay. You're going to be visiting cities or places where there are pockets of low vibration, and you might be going there for reasons that are unspiritual, right? You might be going there because there's, I don't know, an outdoor market, or you might be going there because that's where your daughter and her boyfriend live. But you going there is going to bring that light into those areas where there is a lot of low vibration. You're literally going to leave light seeds there. So if there's a conference or something and it's in quite a low vibrational area, you are supposed to go. If you feel that urge, you're supposed to go. Okay, thank you. A lot of you are going to see alien spacecraft and wonder if you imagined it. I feel a lot of you that are out in open areas, and we're not just talking Shasta or Glastonbury. A lot of you will see things, lights in the sky, and you will wonder what it is. This is because certainly the Palladians are making physical contact with our governments, and they are starting to this is because this is to do with the Galactic Federation. This isn't something I usually talk about, but this is because the governments are really wanting to control us, and the wider galactic community are like people can decide for themselves. It's like they're overriding the governments and disclosure, and they're starting to make themselves visible so that people know that there is support outside our local governments. And that is because there is a devolution at hand. Systems are going to fail. Okay, cash is going to start to be frowned upon. You're going to start to be frowned upon, and you're going to feel judged if you use cash. They are withdrawing cash, and you know, I'm not going to go into all the conspiracy theories. Okay, right. I am going to say this because this is something that I do feel needs to be said. Starseeds are going to be targeted by fraudsters. This is what Orion is saying. Can you quantify this? Now, the fraudsters will they're like these phone or these computer scams. They won't know that they're being used, right? They'll just have their pool of numbers to rip people off, and they'll just, you know, send their dodgy texts, make their dodgy phone calls. But the reason that starseeds in particular, apart from light workers, will be targeted is that you are known as out of your physical body. You are known in the galactic community, and you can identify when there are what we call alien energies at play. So if they can divert your attention away, then it gives these dark forces more room to move. So, you know, if as a starseed I feel like I'm getting scammed and I'm worried I'm going to lose all my money, and for 3 days that ties me up, you know, on the phone to the bank, then my attention is there. What can those beings do? Okay, so starseeds and light workers are different. I will cover that in another video. So be aware of scams. And that's late May. Be aware of that. Of course, they're always around, but they are particularly targeting starseeds. Okay, we'll do a video, Orion, about starseeds versus light workers in a different time. Okay, so I'm also seeing, what flag is that? I am seeing you having an opportunity, a lot of you, to have an opportunity to go to a country just outside of where you live. Now, I know a lot of you are in the States. There is, and it may not be this year, but what I'm being shown is I'm being shown a flag, but it's not a million miles away from where you are. So like we're in the UK, this may be the Irish flag, or this may be the French flag, or it may be the German flag. It's not too far from where I am. So this is an odd prediction, but I'm being shown that between now and, I'm going to say, mid-August, you may be making decisions about going to a country for a holiday at some point that is not that far flung from the country that you are in. So if you're in America, it might be Canada. Okay, that is how this feels. It could be an island, but this is how this feels. You may not go by August, but you're going to be making a decision about that. Okay, so money, relationships, and health and ascension, Orion, please. Okay, and children. Okay, so money. Okay, so this is for both sets, light workers and starseeds. You may not see any extra money coming in short term, but you will be very confident that it is going to come. So you will be very confident in any investments that you are making or you have made will pay off, or that if you make an outlay, the money will come back. Your confidence in money coming to you long term, by July is going to be really strong. Okay, so this is great news, because you can't always see what's possible from where you are. But knowing that I'm going to be absolutely fine where money's concerned, it's something that you will know. You're not even going to be trying to manifest it. You won't have to manifest it, because you will know it's already on the way. Okay, so that's money. So then let's go to health, please. Joints. In particular, wrist and knees. Wrist joints and knee joints are going to be, and ankles are going to be destabilized for light workers in particular. So be careful. Be careful. These are what we call the anchor points, and it's where the soul and the spirit anchor into the aura. And the reason that these are going to be affected physically is because you're out of your body an awful lot on the astral planes, on the soul dimensions, doing your work when you are asleep, but you're not. And basically it's like etheric wear and tear. So I know for me, I've fallen over like 4 times in the past 2 weeks, and that's without the motorbike accident. And that's because I'm unhooking from my body so much. And I'm going off and I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I'm coming back, and it's etheric wear and tear within the astral body that then transfumes into the physical body. So please be careful with your wrist joints, your knees and your ankles. It's not quite head, shoulders, knees and toes, but nearly. Okay, so that's anything else to do with health. Double vision. You may have double vision at times as well, and that is because you are beginning to see other realms. Okay, that's to be expected. Okay, so that's money and health. So ascension. Headaches at the back of the head, almost feeling like you've bumped your head. These headaches coming up to what we call the frontal lobe, but not here. These are literally, this is to do with crown expansion, okay? Okay, so what else? Dreams that seem traumatic, and having no understanding, and meeting weird, dark beings in these dreams. And that is only happening, you're not at any risk. That is only happening because your light is getting much, 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 much brighter. And because your light is so bright during the day, and your awareness is so switched on during the day, they can't affect you during the day. And then when you go to sleep, as you leave your body to come out and go up to the spirit world, they can only get you for a short time, and they can't really get you. They can't really hurt you, but they can freak you out as you go through the dream state into REM. And before you leave your body, they can try to keep you what we call in the astral dimensions. So if you have some really horrible dreams with like some demonic characters, they cannot hurt you. And it's just because when we are so light, we have to know polarity. And if we are so very in our flow during the day, the only time they can get us is when we go to sleep and we go to leave our body. Okay, so don't pay it any mind. It doesn't mean that you are unsafe. It doesn't mean that you are being attacked. I mean, you could argue that you are, but it will happen if you're light. The more radiant you get, the more obvious you are, pretty obviously. Okay, so anything else on the topic of ascension? You might find yourself forgetting where things are and forgetting what you did yesterday or last night. That is because more of you are sharing your body with soul fractals. So I've got 7 soul fractals that I share my body with. And I can't remember what I did last night. I can't even remember what I did at the weekend because it was a different version of me. This is necessary for some of us that are trying to stay on Earth, because if we didn't share our body with the soul fractals, we would suicide out. So forgetfulness as a result of many different soul fractals coming in, going out, coming in, going out, you will forget things. You're not going mad, you're not going loopy. Okay, animal communication. You're going to start to hear your animals. I hear my animals very, very clearly, but now it's super loud, super loud. Even wild animals, it's like, but if you've got domestic animals, it's like you will know what they want when they want it. Okay, you will know what they want when they want it. Some of you will anyway, and that is more the Starseeds than the light workers. Ascension, right. I'm also going to say you may experience your hearing going dim, and what that is when your guides go, listen. And one of your ears will go quiet because they want you to listen to something they've been trying to tell you, but you're focusing on the outside world. Resonance is higher, but lower. You will know what you can and cannot be around or do. Your ability to do things that are wrong for you is going to be lower. Your ability to stay around people that are wrong for you is going to be lower. Your ability to want to do the things that are good for you is going to be higher. Okay, so that's Ascension. Relationships. Do or die. That's literally what Orion said. And those of you that know Orion know he's very, very straight, very honest. Do or die. You're either going to carry on the way you are because it's not going to change anytime soon, or you're going to have to walk away. So if things are good, they're going to get really good. If they're not, they're not. It's do or die. And that's all he's saying. He's like, he's ringing a bell. He's going, it's time. That's the only kind of spirit I can tolerate now. Okay, and children. Children are going to appear more introverted because they are becoming aware of their spirit guardians. They are becoming aware that there is an inner dialogue as well as an outer dialogue. So it's not that. You're also going to see like a disconnection from electrical items. They are going to want to be outside more. This is something I noticed this morning. I was very surprised. Children are going to want to be out of the home and off electronics more than normal. So let's say they normally spend 27 hours a day on their iPad or their phone. You may be looking at 1 hour a day. They actually want to go out. Are we going shopping? Primark doesn't include. Are we taking the dogs for a walk? Can I come? Are you going out? It's like, I want to see my friends. They're going to want to be out. Okay. Yes. So those are the summer predictions for light workers and starseeds. I hope you enjoyed that. That is like the first time I've really done a cosmic prediction report. I keep getting people putting porn links on my thing. I just can't, if you guys want to go and watch porn, I'm sure you can find it without their help, but I'm not taking it off because I've got nothing against porn, but there we go. So I'm going to wish you all a beautiful day. And my Cosmic Consciousness Retreat is £75 for the whole day. You can see details. It's nearly out of places. We're nearly closed on that. I would love you to benefit, and it's going to be Orion's Day. I love you. Bye-bye.